Sweden's governing Social Democrats. They made the announcement hours after Finland announced that it would be applying to join the NATO military alliance. The Swedish Prime Minister will seek support in the Parliament today, but with much of the public and opposition already in favour, a formal application by Sweden is likely within days.
Today, the Social Democratic Party has concluded that Sweden should join NATO. Our 200-year-long standing policy of military non-alignment has served Sweden well. But the issue at hand is whether military non-alignment will keep serving as well. And Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine is not only illegal and indefensible, it also undermines the European security order that Sweden builds its security on.
Now, Sweden stayed neutral in World War II and for more than 2 centuries has avoided joining military alliances. But Russia's attack on Ukraine, it has prompted both Nordic countries to rethink their needs. Finnish Prime Minister on Sunday echoed a similar sentiment while announcing the decision to join NATO.
Of course, when we look at Russia, we see very different kind of Russia today than we saw just a few months ago. Everything has changed when Russia attacked Ukraine, and I personally think that we cannot trust anymore that there will be a peaceful future next to Russia with our own. That's why we're making the decisions to joining NATO. It's an act of peace that there would ever again be war in Finland in the future.
Now, applying for membership, however, that is the easy part. Formally joining NATO, it's a long process since it needs to be ratified by all 30 NATO members. And Turkey has already voiced objection. Turkey laid out its demands on the sidelines of a meeting of NATO foreign ministers in Berlin. Turkey wants Sweden and Finland to stop supporting Kurdish terrorist groups in their territory, provide clear security guarantees, and lift export bans on Turkey. But both NATO and the United States seem confident that Turkey would not be delaying the 2 Nordic countries' entry into NATO. Here's US Secretary of State Antony Blinken saying that he was positive a consensus could be reached. Now, Sweden and Finland's decision to choose NATO over their decades-old policy of neutrality, it's a setback for Moscow. Its invasion of Ukraine has done the very thing Russia has repeatedly stated it does not want, which is the enlargement and expansion of NATO. And soon after Finland made its announcement, Moscow made its displeasure known, warning both countries of serious consequences if they move forward with their plans. Finland's Prime Minister, who spoke to President Putin on Saturday, described their conversation as measured and devoid of any threats. Meanwhile, foreign ministers of NATO countries who met in Berlin have pledged to provide security guarantees for both Finland and Sweden, while their memberships are being ratified by all member states, a process that can take up to a year.